Alright, welcome to League number 2 with Turn Timber Symbiosis AmuLIT. So far it's been good. I'm not complaining. We had a couple of situations already where we wouldn't really be doing anything else, but we were able to set up a situation where we used Turn Timber to find a Titan. So far it's been okay. It's also cute the fact that you get to protect it from discard spells, which did happen. You get to play it as a land and your opponent can't discard it. It's pretty funny. Hell, this hand is so freaking close. I think I'm gonna ship it. Probably better. Horizon Canopy, Aether Vial. We're playing against the best deck in the format. There's no way we're playing against the best deck in the format. With my opponent being named Death and Cat Mix and History of Finalia being the thingy that they have going on there, I have to assume that they're playing some kind of stupid Cat Jesus deck. So I'm gonna play around Cat Jesus, but I'm not exposing my lands yet. That's prime time. I'm gonna play around Cat Jesus, as I was saying. So I'm going to wait one more turn here before I pack for Azusa. It could be humans too, yeah. Am I a genius? Probably. Likely. Probably quite likely that I'm a genius. So we're gonna get a Flicker Wisped here. Sure. Oh, wow! That is one that I didn't expect. Alright, so now this goes to the graveyard? Wow! It just remains exiled. That's kind of insane, honestly. That is kind of insane, honestly. So we pack for Azusa, we develop our mana. So if they have another Wisp, I think we're dead if I'm not mistaken. So we die to another Wisp. And we die to... We die to another Wisp and we die to... Ghost... I guess we don't die to Ghost Squatter. But it's correct for me to hold this here. I guess another apparition would also kill us, just because it would exile our amulet and then we wouldn't be able to keep up anymore. Would have been in much better shape we had back down to... Yeah, but how was I supposed to know, right? Like that is just confirmation bias. Okay, so we died to that. That is just it's not confirmation bias. It is hindsight, right? It's pretty easy to figure out that that was the correct play after we made the other play because we thought it was correct at the time. So hence the word ironic. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, I agree with that. Let's try something like this. Oh, I have 62 cards. I forgot. Oh, I thought that I cut enough cards. No, I definitely don't want to be playing 62 cards. Fortunately, I'm not getting punished, but still. So we're probably gonna play Symbiosis on one. We're definitely keeping this, and I'm just bottoming Ghost Squatter. So play Bolt. Do this. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of like what I was thinking too. So they need to have exactly Cat Jesus right now. Fuck, man. So annoying. I'm still supposed to Titan here, right? And just not search. I'm still supposed to cast my Primetime right now. And just force my opponent to have the path to exile. If they have it, you know, we're fucked, but... Oh, sweet, they don't have it. Awesome. So we paid for one. So now we bounce Symbiosis. We play it. We don't pay. We untap, float mana, float mana. This one is paid, this one isn't. And now we... No, if I play Explosives on 2 and my opponent has a Flicker Wisp, then they blink or Explosives and we have no answer to these dudes. So I don't think the playing Explosives is the correct line. We could attempt to go Squatter them. We're out of land drops here. I think I'm just gonna get double bounce land. To keep my mana in good shape. So we bounce this and we bounce this. How is Symbiosis doing so far? Actually pretty well. Alright, we got there. I honestly wasn't thinking. I wasn't thinking there, I was kinda chilling and I got real hard there. Fuck, okay. So this is one. This is not activated ability, so castle doesn't help me. This is 1, 2, and 3. We can still pay. Yeah, I think that we can still pay. Because this is 1, 2 mana, this is 1, 2 mana, this is 1, 2 mana. Yeah. So play this. Play this tapped. 1, 2, boom. 1, 2, boom. 1, 2, boom. Attack. Yes. Valakut. We just Valakut, right? Yeah, that's lethal, so that sounds good. Easy. All right, now we can actually play the correct amount of cards in my deck. I like Dismembers. Probably can shape this within maybe one Explore. On the draw, I like AmuLITs a lot better too. Sure. Combo. I'm gonna keep this hand though. It's been a year and I still wish Dryad was banned. I mean, Dryad's pretty good, so why not Force? Because they don't really have that many artifacts. My opponent seems to be very, very much on the Taxes plan, which probably means that they're not going super heavy on the equipment. If I had seen Stoneforge, I would be a little bit more excited about playing that, but man, I'm so good. I'm so freaking good. I'm gonna pass the turn here though. I could have played AmuLIT and I could have used, I could just cracked and kill the Leonin Arbiter. I think this gives me more play. Skyclave Apparition. Taking my AmuLIT. That's fine. I think our deck really just wants Green Sun Zenith. I think the deck would be built a lot different if we had access to Green Sun Zenith in the format. I'll tell you that much. Bit late to the party. How's the new land doing? It's doing pretty well. And I have not played against the blue enchantment even a single time. Sure. So we're gonna get a 1/1 here. That's kind of interesting, actually. So now we're just gonna get to Titan. 1, 2, 3, 4. On the forest. They're down to 0 cards in hand too. Field of the Dead and Gruul Turf. We don't have Crumbling Vestige. I think the blue enchantment is so overhyped. I think it's good. This is why I like having Vestige. Well, yeah, me too. Do you want to make the mana base work for me? Because if you can make the mana base work for me, I'll play Vestige too. It's not like I'm playing Vestige. I'm not playing Vestige because I don't like it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Seven mana, do nothing. All right. There's your fail rate, folks. In case you were wondering about the fail rate of the card, there it is. Again, what you're doing is you're getting a shot, right? Before we didn't have a shot at doing that. Now we do have a shot at doing that, so... That's basically what you're getting there. How does this matter? It doesn't, really. Yeah, it doesn't. Sure, we have a Giver of Runes now. Did turn Timber Whiff? Yeah, I did. Remember when we were trying to figure out how did this guy matter? Well, we figure out. We figure it out. Okay, so that's the last card in their hand. Now they're gonna Ratchet Bomb. Get our Sombos. Then 1, 2, 3. Transmute. Fight for prime time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Did I use my land drop yet this turn? I don't think so, right? I didn't use my land drop. Nope. Sweet. We can dismember something if we feel like we have to. If you go score yourself to... I don't think it really matters. Like, haste is still not lethal, right? Yeah, I guess I could have used Vesuva anyway, right? Yeah, I could have used Vesuva to gain more life. Alright, didn't matter. Yeah, that operation card is pretty exciting, honestly. That operation card I'm pretty stoked about. Collector Oof is pretty much Demonic Tutor. What? Out of all the nonsense memes that have circulated in my channel, that one is just too big brain for me. Yeah, we had a red floating from Glurturf, and then plus the one from the land that I didn't, the land drop that I didn't use. That would have been enough to haste. I could have done it. Yeah, it was probably the correct line actually, because we could have used Vesuva to haste anyway, right? Keep. So this game, this is going to help me cast my spells. Maybe it will turn into a spell later on. Who knows? Vacant Thoughts is my lance though, which is cute. In paper, are you supposed to put the exiled card in? That's actually a good question. Because like the token that you get has power and toughness equal to the CMC. So it makes you think, right? It makes you think. Nice. I'm gonna play this one, protected from another Thoughtseize. Godless Shrine. That's a shadow. Now what? Well, I guess we start here, right? Stubborn now. Oh, the shadow is a 1/1. Sick. Mail me. Okay, you got it. My opponent has pivoted into a mill deck now, I guess. Blue-black Crab Shadow. blue-black crap though. Is it better for me to fetch here and hold up the Stacy activation? Yeah, I guess that's better. Gives you more flexibility. Primeval Titan. Balakut Battlements. Haste there. Serve. And I think we're gonna do field, and I don't care about my opponent's graveyard because nothing in there matters. I care about having green sources, which I'm fine with, and I guess we're gonna get a Tolaria West to set up the next Titan. It's the same amount of Sombos. So I guess we lose to land. No, I guess we don't. I was thinking land plus Dismember, but they don't have a red mana. Plus Dismember plus TBR, I guess. But they just don't have the mana and the life for that. Esper Shadow. Okay. How we cast Symbiosis yet? Yeah, it was great a couple of times and it whiffed one time so far. Should we all buy? I'm not gonna tell you what to do. If you want to play that game, don't. I don't want anything to do with it. You know you're running the best creature carding model when you attack into a shadow, not giving a shit how big it gets. Exactly. Death Shadow, you say? How about this guy instead? How about Zombie Apocalypse instead? Should I cut here? There's no way I'm supposed to cut these things. I'm supposed to cut that? But I'm not bringing in Tracker, so I don't like cutting Summoner's Pact. It's the only creator mode to play with 6 CMC. I think so. Which other creatures with 6 CMC are there? I don't even know. Wormcoil Engine, yeah, that's a good one. I'm just gonna cut Stacy's. I'm leaving Asusas. When is Prime Time gonna Planeswalk? Too slow. Too good. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we have to hold on to both Asusas because they're probably gonna get discarded / killed. How did the last league go? We went 4-1. Sure. We're gonna play Watergrave there. We don't have Dismember though, so it's not like we're trying to help cast that. Love Field of Dead, yeah. Yeah, this is why we kept both Asusas, huh? This is exactly why we kept both Azuzas, and I'm gonna be playing around Dumping Sphere here. Scar themselves. It's Shadow. They could have an Earth, I guess. Or Snapcaster. Snapcaster would actually be pretty solid there. Yep. Snapcaster for the Inquisition / Thoughtseize. The blue mana is going to help me transmute this, though. Or we can just duplicate Dryad or another Asusa. Easy. Easy. So easy. So easy. So easy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, let's get this. The only problem with bouncing that instead of Cavern is that we are not closer to... We're now further away from field, I mean. You go and get Shadow. It's cool. Blue. Blue. 1. Transmute. Do I just transmute for Valakut? If I transmute for Valakut, we play around discard spell, and we have lethal next turn unless my opponent has a removal for the Dryad. Nah, it's just too greedy, right? It's way too greedy. It also plays around Ashiok, that's true. I don't think I'm too worried about Ash. I guess I would be worried about Ashiok if that's... Yeah, am I crazy or is Valakut just the play? I think Valakut is just the play. So unless they have a removal spell for my Dryad, we win next turn. You can pack? No, that's just not true. I just packed on my upkeep. Alright, sweet. We win. So in response to my opponent cracking Ranger, we just packed there. Whee! Always yes, always yes, always yield. That was hot. That was pretty hot. We kind of went all in a little bit there, but I think it was correct. GG's HMMI Panda. Yeah, we were trying to figure out whether we should go to we should go for Summoner's Pact. But like that line just actually wins the game through all counter magics, all nonsense that you could have, except for removal spell on that very turn. Yeah, exactly. We were suspecting you left the Thoughtseize in the graveyard, so that's why we thought that Summoner's Pact was also kind of not great. Pretty interesting scenario. Pretty interesting scenario. This hand doesn't do anything, let's ship it. This hand also doesn't do anything, but it doesn't do anything in a better way than the other hand didn't do anything. So it is better than not doing anything, so we're gonna keep it. Now that I think about it, the best creature in Modern is probably the best creature in Modern, but fuck every deck that uses... Oh, you mean Uro? Yeah, fuck that guy. Fuck that Uro guy, 100%. Oh, Grisserbrand. Oh, okay, gotcha. Also, fuck that guy. Fuck all of those guys. What's up, JC? How's it going? So this has to be E-Tron, right? Because there's no way that Mono Green Tron keeps a hand like this one. Unless my opponent, they don't really know what they're doing. Yeah, it's E-Tron. Okay, sweet. Thought not. Oh no. Got him. You miss Lurrus decks? Jeez. We don't agree on that one, let me tell you that much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 6 mana. We already have Titan mana as is. If we draw T-West, even if we play this, we're going to be 1 mana off of transmuting and casting Titan on the same turn. So I think it's correct for me to hold this, because I can, in the future, get field triggers. All right, we're one differently named land away from getting field going. No blocks. These force my opponent to crack, or they represent a lot more triggers. A lot more field triggers. Easy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. My opponent says sure. I guess they weren't very excited about me top decking the Titan, huh? Suva to Lurrus West. Eldrazi Tron. Ooh. Don't mind if I do, actually. Don't mind if I do. Imagine playing Tron and being salty about your opponent top decking. Yeah, I know, right? I know, turn 5 Primeval Titan, too strong, man. Ban it already. Ban it already, it's too good. Sheep's Lull, that's what you're signing up for. That's literally what you're signing up for. You're playing an Eldrazi mid-range deck. Like, what do you expect? It's like if you're playing Thoughtseize, right? Like, if you're playing Thoughtseize and your opponent top decks on you, it's like, that's literally what you're signing up for. If you don't want to die to your opponent's top decks, play counter magic instead. But like, don't play a Thoughtseize deck and then complain when your opponent top decks, because it's just like you're letting them. Anyway. Yeah, I don't really see the point of like tilting off about that, but whatever. Ooh, it's pretty solid. To bounce this, play a Susa, play this, tapped, play this, we do this, bounce, play Dryad, we play the Turn Timber. This plays around my opponent having Thought Knot into... This plays around then having Thought Knot into... Chalice on 0. Should I give my opponent the shirt here? Should I give my opponent the shirt? Nah, that's just BM. That's just BM. That's too much. What's up, Matt? How's it going? Nah, I'm not going to. This shirt, it's pretty funny, yeah. Why do you see Maze My Tome all over the place? Is it just because it is a cheaper but temporary Gem Day Tome? Also, I don't think that Gem Day Tome is modern legal either. Okay, so we have to make sure that we make all the mana that we're gonna need before we bounce and replay this. So how much mana are we gonna need? This is gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What's up, Wusa? How's it going? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't play this kind of deck, so I don't know why this card would be good or why it wouldn't be. When opponents cry instead of drawing drives me nuts. I mean, they are using their mana in other ways. Like, it's okay to scry. Playing turn turn then bouncing it back is kind of hard. Yeah, that's what I was doing. I was trying to play around my opponent having Thought Knot into Chalice for 0. Although I guess that was a mistake, because if they have Chalice for 0, we just play the Chalice and then we just pack instead, and then we get the Titan. But then that makes it less likely that we hit off the Turn Timber, so I'm just gonna play this, just make 2 land drops here. How can I know what the best decks are in Modern when the metagame changed 2 days ago? You have to wait before you can really know what the metagame is gonna look like and what the top decks are gonna be. Five, 7 Dryad, let's go. Am I supposed to go Squatter here? I think so, right? Because otherwise they just get to draw a card for free. And I'd rather they scry than draw a card. So you do a hot take and make it a command like Dryad so you can rub it in your face a year when you're wrong. Shut up, Scots. Sexy Dryad has a big butt. The sexy man has a big butt. The opponent kept on top, so we're probably in trouble here because they're gonna get... Oh. Maybe not. We still have Titan mana if we top deck a Titan, so that's nice. Also, I should have taken a look at which cards I put in the bottom of my deck. That was a mistake. If I throw everything at Karn, they jump here, they block here at a profit, And then Susa pings for 1. It's not even that good. Prime time? It's not the worst, at least. I am going to attack though. Just gonna chomp with the Matter Reshaper for sure. Yep. Ugin the Ineffable is the card that they got. So they have Coding and they have Ugin. Possible Sundering Titan coming. Yeah, but we can't play around it, right? Gracias. Yo lo puedo hacer, mira. My wife wanted to see the emote. There we go. That's good stuff. It's good content. All right. So they don't have Tron. That's nice. I'm gonna get to blow up one of my lands. But they have to chomp with Thought Knot. Chalice for 0. It's kind of annoying. Tracker would, I guess it wouldn't be really a good draw, wouldn't it? It's not a good draw either. All right, Titan off the top, easy. Never lucky. I am playing my lands though, because obviously that means more mana next turn, but yeah, I guess that they don't know about the rot farm in my hand, huh? So it does make sense that they're not really doing anything. Wait, what? Do they really have that in their main deck? What does this do? Discard a card, you gain 4 life. Pay 1 life, create a 0/1. They don't have mana up though, unless we get got by a Simian. Sacrifice a creature, return the card from the beginning to your hand. Sacrifice an artifact, draw a card. Okay. Attack them, attack Karn, attack them. Yeah, alright, like Training Post is kind of cute. But I mean, if they don't have Tron, it's going to be impossible for them to keep up though. Also, this doesn't seem like it's a modern power lever kind of card. Sure. Okay. Shaper, sure. Annoying. We just transmute for Valakut. Is Valakut better than Field of the Dead? They have a Chalice and 0, so it's not GG's. So I have to either get Valakut or I have to get Field of the Dead. I don't think it's lethal with Valakut. It might be. No, it's not. Oh yeah, because we get to attack. That's true. That makes sense. And the other removal spell that they can have is... My opponent didn't appreciate that one either. Not even bothering to glance at the opponent's life total. Yeah, it was Xaxes. I wasn't. I knew that I was one off, but I wasn't considering the fact that, oh yeah, I have actually 3 power that my opponent cannot block. Although I guess I could have killed the Reshaper, but like at that point I'm crossing my fingers that my opponent doesn't have a... My opponent doesn't like flip another Reshaper or something like that. I mean, this is Titan mana. We have an Azusa and an AmuLIT to speed things up. Gobbo. Lava Spike you. Damn, son. Oh, that was a mistake. I should have played the breeding pool instead of the forest. Because I forgot that Vesuva can copy my breeding pool next turn if I draw a T-West. I suspect that my opponent's gonna kill my Azusa if I'm not dead, obviously. So I don't think that turn Timber is gonna get there. I'm definitely not gonna block. Oh, sweet. Some respect on top. Good stuff, good stuff. Prime time. So let's do Valakut battlements. Haste. And we're gonna do Radiant Fountain. Radiant Fountain, another field. So this is 6, that's down to 10. Counting the fetch or the Sunbaked Canyon. My opponent's not going to be able to avoid that if they want to kill. So they're down to 10. So we just double the Zombos and we're fine. Oh, the Vesuva's in hand. Never mind. So I guess that we're just going to get Tolaria West. And we have 1, 2. Yeah, we're good. T-West. And we play the Fun Police. Yeah, but the Fun Police is a pretty good matchup for us, so there's that. Usually I'm happy to face the Fun Police. So we only died to Boros Charm plus 3 mana, 1 mana, 3 mana. 1 mana, 3 damage burn spell. That's what I wanted to say. Dryad, make things easy. Never lucky. It is lethal if I just haste the Sombo. I don't have enough green to cast the Symbiosis, and I don't have a Simic. So we just haste the Sombo and serve for lethal. We lose to main phase Deflecting Palm. One turn too late, opponent. One turn too late. One, two, three. Yeah, this is fine. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we're good. Oh wait, I did the math last turn. What am I even thinking about? We still had Dryad plus 1 more land drop, but look, you never know when your opponent could be even more there than they are, okay? You never know when that could be a thing. Is the magic card Turn Timber Symbiosis truly a busted magic card in AmuLIT? It has been okay so far. It has been pretty solid so far. Should I side one out in this matchup? No, I shouldn't. Even as a tapped green source, it's fine. You miss current Boros. I like Force of Vigor more than Pact of Negation and some other things. It only kills Eidolon, right? Without any damage, that's true, but Rexage also trades with a Goblin Guide. And Rexage is a hit off of Symbiosis. So, you know. Yeah. I'm gonna shock here. It's not pretty, but must be done. Yeah, that's a good Eidolon. The turn to Eidolon is very powerful against us. Okay, so here we're gonna Dryad and Asusa. So play Asusa. we play this, and we play this. I think I'm gonna play around my opponent, destroying my AmuLIT. We're gonna play this here again. We're gonna have 1, 2, 6. I guess I can't. If I don't bounce this, yeah, I guess that I can't do it, huh? That sucks. Yeah, I think I was trying to do the math if I had enough to hold the bounce, but I think that we actually have to. If I could have one more land in play, but I think that we actually have to just YOLO kind of. Path to Exile. Okay. Do you also have Searing Blaze? That's gross. That is gross. Alright, so we have to draw Titan this turn or we're going to die. Okay. We're 1 mana off of Transmuting for Titan. I definitely want a second copy of Force of Vigor, that's for sure. So let's go with another Stacy on the play. What's the human matchup for AmuLIT? It is okay. I wouldn't consider it one of AmuLIT's best matchups, but I think that I've beaten it more than I lost to it. Yep. So we're gonna go turn 1 Breeding Pool tapped in case we draw a Stacy. Turn 2 Fountain, turn 3 Castle into Azusa. Alternatively could, yeah, no, we're gonna do that. We have mana to transmute, so that's good. That's bad. They have Eidolon again. Double Gobo. Okay, that's kind of scary. Drawing so many cards. It's kind of insane how many cards we're drawing. I was playing around my opponent having a bolt for the Azusa there, so I wanted to make sure that we can maximize lands. Searing Blaze. We reveal a Stacy. Not a very good one to reveal there. Next turn, we're going to hope that this Symbiosis gets me somewhere. Also, I should have played the red one, because it allows me to haste Titan. That was a mistake, I'm just not thinking. Just being lazy. Explosives on top. Sure. I'm gonna force my opponent to use one of the removal spells here. See if they have Skullcrack. They do. That does mess things up a little bit there. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana. So if I don't mind gaining life, I think we have to go for it though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sweet. So we're at 8, but at least we're not gonna keep losing life. So if my opponent has enough burn to kill me here, we're gonna die. And this is why I like Pact of Negation in this matchup, actually. My opponent fetching is weird, because now Serum Blaze is a bad draw for them. Unless they also have Boros Charm already. Alright, so we have infinite mana now. I know that Dryad is lethal. I also Second Titan would be lethal, but I'm trying to figure out what is the best line and what I can play around and what I lose to. I'm not trying to find lethal. I'm trying to find the best form of lethal so I can play around what my opponent could have. They showed me Path to Exile already, so I have to consider that as an option. Also, do I want to use these engineered explosives to put... You know what? I think I want to start there. We put the explosives on one after we play the AmuLIT, because this plays around Shattering Spino, the other one, the one that deals 3 damage. So I think step number 1 is to do this so we can play around the thing that that deals 3 damage when you destroy an artifact. Now we do this. Then we say Beagle 184, thank you for the follow. Then we cast Summoner's Pact. We're gonna get another Primeval Titan. Titan for Hanware T-West. If I Titan, I don't Dryad, right? Or can I do both things? Smash the Smearing, that's the one. So this is what we do here. Oh yeah, we have infinite mana, that's right, we have a bounce line in hand. Tolaria West, Hanware Battlements. And we need to use Vesuva to cover Radiant Fountain. So we do this. We float blue and blue. We play a land. We bounce this. We play another land. Now we can get Dryad. That's 3. I guess we have one more land drop because of the Dryad, right? So this is also fine. Yeah. If they path here, then we get to attack for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 3 plus 3 plus red. I'm trying to play around Smash the Smithereens, right? That's why I started the turn by doing this. Yeah, I think that we do this. Now we're good to go. And we should have all of our bases covered here. Transmute. No, Stream Decker is updated. Pact for Dryad. Play Dryad. Haste Prime Time. Move to combat. So we get Valakut on the first trigger. No, I should have gotten Radiant Fountain on the first trigger. I should have gotten Radiant Fountain on the first trigger. I'm an idiot. Okay, maybe we're just fine. Okay, that's okay. Whew, okay. All right, sweet, got there. Yeah, I had to play around. I had to sequence that slightly different in order to play around a Palm plus Bolt. Another Lurrus deck. This hand doesn't have Titan mana, and it also doesn't have... doesn't go anywhere. This hand is just horrendous. This hand is just okay. I think we bottom one of each. It is a Lurrus deck, so I have to assume that they have discard spells. Is one of these... Do I care about one of these things more than the other one? I guess I care about having AmuLIT, so we can bottom this and we can bottom this. Yeah, we agree there. So this is better if my opponent has turn 1 discard spell for my AmuLIT. Easy. So best draw is, I guess, either... I guess another AmuLIT would be the best draw. Another AmuLIT is not lethal, but very close to that. Sure. So we can't have Titan mana here, but now because we drew another bounce land, we actually have guaranteed Titan mana next turn, which should very likely be enough. And that would have been lethal? I think so, yeah. Okay, so now we think. If we block Swift Spear, my opponent needs to play 2 Lightning Bolts, and I still don't die. Alternatively, they can Lightning Bolt the Dryad, and they die. But if they do have double Lightning Bolt, that would be 6, so we don't want that to fight, so that would be lethal. So we have to block. The question is, since we are blocking, would we rather save? Because my opponent's going to have to bolt the Dryad here. So next turn, we don't have Slayers. I think I have to block. The question is, do I want to block the Eidolon or do I want to block the Swift Spear? Is the Eidolon going to be... I think the Eidolon is going to represent more damage. If they have double bolt, we're fine. We go down to 1. Yeah, we go down to 1 if they have double bolt. So just don't block, no fear. If they have double bolt, we lose. And I don't think there's any other way that we really lose here, right? Because my opponent is forced to play their spells before damage, and then we can attack with 2 lethal. We can attack with 2 lethal Titans next turn. So like blocking is just strictly correct. All right, sweet. Now this is easier because the Dryad survived, so we're fine. Oh no, I guess that we couldn't have attack with double Titans. That was wrong, because we just wouldn't have had enough mana because the Dryad would have been dead. No, because the Dryad wouldn't have been dead. That's why. Yeah, so that okay, yeah. So I was right. We're fine. We are fine. What's the guy's placing for? Familia. We played against Mill 3 times in the previous league. Oh no, my opponent conceded before I got to deal them the last 3. Okay, let's go with this. How is Symbiotic doing so far? Actually pretty solid. Yeah, the symbiosis has been working out fine so far. Unfortunate. This hand also doesn't do anything. Down to 5. Yeah, let's do this. How do my burn opponents always have a creature on 1? Every single time. Every single time I do it on turn 1. Or we cut to fit the symbiotic. We cut some of the other ones. Imagine this card was a Grazer. Yeah, it would be a lot better. It would be a lot better right now. But I could tell you the opposite anytime we face any blue deck, right? Alright, Summoner's Pact. It's something that we're gonna be needing eventually, so best draw is not gonna be Castle. If we draw Castle Garenberg, we're gonna be in fine shape, probably. Maybe. Probably maybe, which is the best kind of probably. Didn't we used to cut scouts against Lava Dart? Yep, but my opponent's not playing Lava Dart, so we keep them. Stomping Ground. Ah, so they probably have Revelry, I would say. Please no Vault off the top, and please yes Castle off the top. In that order, please. Ugh. Wordless running for Steel. What? Oh, so that's yeah over the symbiotics. Yeah, you're talking about different cards, and that's not something that I'm interested in doing. Big Daddy Snow. That's just a different deck. You're talking about cutting a spell that is actually a land, and that's the reason why we play. We're not playing this because of the spell. We're playing this because it's also a land. And you're comparing that to a card that does the same that Field does, but it's worse because, again, it's not a land. So, yeah. It's like you're talking about apples and oranges. Man, I'm playing 35 lands. This is pretty wild. Am I really gonna lose the 5-0? Do some silly burn nonsense? No, that's the way to think about it, Han. That is the way to think about it. That's why it's good. Either side of the card is not something we would be interested in playing. But both of them, that's something that we can work with. Okay, so I'm gonna move to 6. How am I going to sequence this turn? So I guess that we want to lead on Snow Forest, Because I'm going to be playing Growth Chamber on 2, so I can guarantee that I make all my land drops from Azusa. And if I find a Stacy, we can play it with the Forest, and we cannot play it off the Valakut. I'm not excited about taking some damage from Windswept Heath though. And that's not a good draw. Definitely not a good draw at all. Rough. Yeah, and this is the kind of hand that can beat us. Gobo, come on. Dryad. Brutal. I guess I'm gonna Dryad because my opponent might be incentivized to path the Dryad, and they're not really gonna be incentivized to path the Azusa, so... Oof. Any land, please. Any untap land. Yes! Oof. Okay, so we play this and we play this one. 1, 2, 1, 1. This and this. It is actually lethal, right? Yes, yes it is. Valakut Vesuva. Copy Valakut. Whoo! 5-0, baby. Your friend, happy friend. Dude, Scott, congratulations. I saw the pictures. You're a dad now. God damn it. You're a daddy. Daddy Scott. Celebrating your parenthood with a nice little 5-0 action right over here. Let me update the record over there. Is my opponent going to take them one at a time? Pew pew pew. Even with double Valakut and we just attack, right? We just double Valakut them and then we attack for 2. They're at 14. Sweet. Alright, first 5-0 of the new season. Feels good. Starting off strong. Bunt already has 4 trophies. Holy crap, dude. You're doing alright, huh? Alright, sweet. Onto the leaderboard, right over there. Hell yeah. This list felt pretty good, honestly. This list felt kind of smooth. We're 9-1 on the day. Well, the thing is I haven't played more than 2 leagues any day. You're just dominating. Sounds good. Feels good. That is why I love the Valakut. Yeah, again, I mean, we would have been able to set up lethal regardless. But yeah. This card has felt pretty good. I think I'm a believer. I think I am a believer. We saw all the ups and we saw all the downs. But what you have to be thinking about is that in the place where we had this card, we would have drawn like a fetch land or a stomping ground or something like that. So that is the big part about it. That is the big deal about it, which is the fact that this is a land. We used it to be played as a land multiple times to help us cast our spells. We used it to protect. We used it to protect our spell from discard. I think I prefer Karn because of Moon Ashiok. Yeah, we have not really been playing against many Moon Ashiok decks, honestly. I don't know. What do you think Norabilis Lurrus meant? They did. It's just I didn't pop it out. Not E41. But yeah, I mean, this card is strong. I like it. 3 times mill, not many Ashiok decks. Well, we beat mill 2 out of those times, right? How good are the new mythic lands? I literally just said it, Blubber. They're pretty good. Can you scout in Turn Timber? No, you cannot scout it. You cannot growth spiral it, and you cannot grazer it. You can only play it with extra Asusas. Not playing Ashiok is stuck right now. Yeah. Oh, you just heard me while sending. Yeah. That's fair. You got a little bit of lag going on over there. But yeah, the fact that Turn Timber allows you to play more Asusas, that's one thing that I wanted to point out. I saw Asusa so many times this league, and every time she was awesome. Anytime she was awesome. So that was kind of a big deal, honestly. We didn't really like turn Timber into the Asusa. We did Timber into the Dryad when it was lethal, which was nice. That's kind of about it. But like, the thing is that I'm not really building my deck around this card, right? It's kind of like I'm just slotting this card into my already good deck. So I'm not making that many concessions in order to make room for this card. The only concessions that I made were adding, just cutting the red splash that we were playing in the sideboard. That's the only concession that we made in order to make this list happen. But it did feel pretty good. It did feel pretty good. And the Gaia's Blessing are ridiculously narrow. Probably should not be there. But considering that we played 3 times against Mill in the same league, then it was okay. it was okay. Like I did not regret it. Also, only 2 exhaust makes it a little worse against attrition matchups. That's true, but you're gaining these for the attrition matchups, right? That's one of the big strengths. And that's one of the reasons why we're cutting on the Explorer specifically, right? Because the Explorer really shines in the attrition matchups. And for the attrition matchups, you are playing extra quote-unquote threats, right? Time to add a Placer of Hooves to make it turn Timber nuts. Yeah. If you want a meme, you can go real hard. I'm gonna try not to, but yeah, it was pretty good. It was pretty good. I am happy with this list. I think what Will Pulliam was doing is he was playing 31 lands and 4 turn timbers. That is something that could also be done. Honestly, I didn't really feel the need for 4th copy. Like the 3 copies felt okay. And maybe fan of the 10 bounce land. Yes, that's something that's also really exciting. The fact that we can go back to the 10 bounce lands means that Asusa becomes so much better as well. Bob R. Green, thank you for the follow. Because like we only have the lands to get value from Asusa, and you of course want the more bounce lands so you can bounce your turn Timber. It's the Mythic Land Constellation in Green Red Reclaimer. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. This is not what the Reclaimer deck wants to be doing, and we don't have as many synergies and stuff, and we also don't play as many bounce lands. Field would come up more than Dismember. That's possible. It's definitely marginal. You definitely want the 4 Gruul Turfs before you play either Rot Farm or Sanctuary. But it is possible that Field might come up more than, particularly with a second field in the board, right? It's possible that you can do that. You can get it back with ramming up after casting it. No, you can't, Sapphire. When this is not on the battlefield as a land, this is a spell. In fact, we played against Taxes, and I had this in play, and my opponent flicker wisped it, and it didn't come back. It just remained exiled because it's not a permanent on the other side. So it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. But yeah, the card was kind of powerful. Crucible effects do work on this spell lands. I don't think so. Are you sure? Been playing tournament in Green Devotion and loving it. Yeah, that's like a deck that this card seems almost like better than in AmuLIT, honestly, because like your chances of whiffing are gonna be so much less. You can play it as a land. You can play it as a judge on Discord. You can play it from the area. Okay, interesting. Okay, sounds good. Are there any big permanent of these land cards? No, there's the Mammoth. The Mammoth is the only one kind of worth discussing, which is this guy. It's a 3-mana 3/3 that has landfall, gets +2/+2, and it's an ETB tap land, of course. This is the actual art. Kassandu Mammoth. I think their 2-mana ramp guy is worth discussing. You mean the uncommon one? I actually opened one of these in the draft that I did earlier. So if we go to the set, we should be able to find it. I'm still not familiar with the names of all of these cards. Oh, did I trade away? Maybe I traded away. Yeah, I don't see it. I don't remember the name. Well, it's the same as the Mammoth. It gets is a 1 green, 1/1 taps for green. So it's basically a 2-mana Llanowar Elves. Bun of the Honey variety. Tier 1 sub for 17 months. Thank you so much, Bun. Really appreciate it. Continued support for 17 months. Almost a year and a half now. Really, really, really thank you a lot. Okay, so I guess it counts as long as it's playing the card and not putting it into play. Okay, interesting. All right, Pants, thanks for hanging out. Tangled Flora. That's a name that I'm never going to remember. This guy. I like how chill he looks. He's just chilling over there, tapping for green, you know? 17 months is longer than any relationship I've ever had. Brutal. Yeah, just vibing, just hanging out, just enjoying the weather, you know? Enjoying that nice little Zendikar weather. Good times, good times. But yeah, this card does have multiple uses, and the fact that it is another way to ramp is potentially interesting. I just really struggle to find a scenario where I would want that as one of the cards in my deck. Like, I don't think I would like to replace any of the lands that I'm currently playing. At least not in a build like this. It seems like the effect will definitely have situations where it's going to be very, very relevant, but at the same time, I don't really see myself ever pacting for it, for example. So it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. Anyway, that's going to be it for me today. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you so much for checking out the stream. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye, and take care.